Here's a quick guide on how to get max points on Simulacrum Submersion. So basically, what you need is Watanabe epithet is the most important thing. Watanabe epithet has a super core that basically you can infinitely parry, and your parries deal 2420%, let's round it, AoE fire damage. Also, he has a lot of fire damage increase after entering Matrix, and Matrix cooldown decrease. So what you can do is you just basically keep parrying, and everything around you dies. You don't even have to use your signature. That's the really important thing, and that will allow you to go to core 90. Or floor 90 and leap to floor 120, I'm sorry. So, this is the team I'm using. You can use Lee Hyperreal instead of Nanami. And let's go in order. So, your main damage dealer will have a similar setup as my Watanabe. You bring your 3 most important add-ons that are character exclusive. You bring their elemental stat increase, and you bring attack increase. If you do not own the unit, then you don't bring the attack increase 4, you bring the trial unit, and what you bring is, you're gonna bring the lower tier attack one for 3 charge. I will show you. I'm looking at the wrong filter, most likely. Yes, it's output enhancement, and you go here at the free ones. You know it's the free charge one when it's blue. And you put in the attack 5, or 1, sorry. Once you put in attack 1, what you want to do is you bring the special features, and you bring the one, it's called Structural Breakthrough. What it does, the equiper unlocks H2S skills and gain one set of signals. So this is the build you do if you don't have the character and you bring a trial character, basically. But if you own the character and it's built, then you can get rid of these. You put on output enhancement and you bring attack 4. So that's what you bring. As for the other 2 characters, your tank, similar story. You bring their 3 important add-ons, and what you need is accelerated support. Accelerated support on every time you cast QT, your character's damage increases by 80% for 8 seconds, and it stacks for 2 times. So your 2 other supporting units, the tank and the amplifier, will have this. The other important thing to bring on the tank is the backstage bonus 4. Other characters' attack increases by 65% characters. And since you can only bring 1 here, you bring 1 on the tank. Because the amplifier supports role-specific bonus is actually useful, while the tank one gives you only shield and super armor. So similar story on the support, you bring on the 3 most important add-ons. And as I said, you bring their support and amplifier specific bonus and bring accelerated support. So that's that. So now I'm gonna demonstrate, and you basically what you wanna do, swap to Watanabe, signature, and keep parrying. And you don't do anything else apart from summoning the QTs. And if you do it correctly, you never run out of wars. If you run out of wars, as you saw there, I'm just gonna do the core combo, and I can even use an orb if I mess up. But because of the Matrix cooldown, you can do the core combo as well. And just keep spamming. Don't forget your QTs. The enemies spawn in a triangle shape, so you might need to move every now and then. But just keep spamming and you usually kill them. Keep spamming. And as you see, we are already at floor 32. And we have 40 seconds less. Just keep doing it. Just keep spamming. 34. 35. Try not to get a carpal tunnel while you're doing this. 37, 28, 29, 30. And as you see, it's a bit tight, but it's doable. And as you saw, max sleep succeeded. Now obviously I didn't play ideally, but that's the gist of it. If you feel like you need the extra time, you can use the signature, but make sure you spam the signature again afterwards. But ideally you don't need the signature attack. So now that you leapt to 120, congratulations, now you need to finish it. So once you go to 120, these are the teams I suggest you to bring. So obviously you bring the fire team, and I will tell you what to bring on everyone. The other team I suggest is the dark team and the physical team. Now bear in mind, this will not be a flash clear, but it will be a clear. It's quite easy to do it. So, with Watanabe, you bring the super ego, you bring the one that increases the fire damage. Oh, sorry, let's remove the filter. And you bring the matrix cooldown one, because the other one that gives you 3 blaze orbs and 3 red orbs upon parry, it's not that important, because after you parry, it's the super ego version of it. Like, you need to make sure you're bringing the super ego version. That's what I wanted to say. So, you bring the attack increase and you bring the fire damage increase. For Nanami, this is for Nanami, you bring the super ego, not the normal version, and you bring the 2 other add-ons. She doesn't have any character specific, and you bring the accelerated support and backstage bonus. Same for Live Imperia, you bring the super ego version of the instead of the normal version, and you bring the 2 other character add-ons, and you bring the support specific add-on, and you bring the attack increase from QTE. Okay. If you bring Lee, obviously you would do the same. You can use him as a main damage dealer, but I highly suggest rather Watanabe. And remember, if you don't have the character and you use a trial unit, bring the lower tier attack increase, bring attack increase 1, and the one that increases your stats to S and 2S rank. So that's for the fire team. As for the dark team, for Skyer, I don't suggest the super ego. It's not helping that much. So bring the overclock 4, which is since Skyer triggers matrix and gain an extra orb when entering the battlefield, casting any signal will make her deal more damage. Long story short, triggering matrix gives you core or matrix and gives you orbs, and every time you ult, you gain your ults back. So it's just like a permanent uptime. As for the mod, basically once you bonk, that bonk damage from the charge will deal normal damage when you auto attack. It's like a on top of multiplier. And you bring back stage bonus and accelerated support 4. Okay, for Lamia, you bring both of the super egos if you can. And I think the important one is when taking down an enemy in the storm weather, it increases your damage stacking up to 3 times. I found this the most important one, but if you have orb issues, you can bring one. For example, the Lucilla by Overcome that gives you 3 pings orbs that can help you with your orb issues. And again, you bring the attack and the dark damage. If you don't have the unit and you use the trial unit, use the lower attack, and you use the skill unlock. As for Selena, you bring the super ego. You bring the one when Capricorn is on standby, the character on the field summons a Capriccio 3 ping. And those 3 pings deal a lot of damage. And every time those 3 pings happen, it will increase your main character's damage. And you bring the support set, aka Accelerated Support 4 and the Shared Enhancement 4 for the support and amplifier bonus. For Bianca, you bring the super ego that increases your airtime and makes it permanent. That basically gives you permanent invincibility, which is really good against Shark Spear. You bring the one that increases the basic attack damage, and also the one that once you do the glowing lantern light, those little lantern icon at the bottom, that deals more damage. And you bring the attack increase, the physical damage increase, and again, if you don't own the unit, instead of attack 4, attack 1, and the one that gives you the bonuses for 2S rank. For Alisa Echo, you bring the support part, you bring the super ego. When she's QTing, she marks the enemy. You bring the one when casting QT, Basically, it reduces the enemy's extra damage reduction and the other super ego as well, that when you do core, it deals more damage. The dodge gauge increase is not that important, and also when Echo take damage, Cecily shares the damage. I have a simple solution for that: don't take damage. For Rosetta, it's quite simple. You bring the super ego and the 2 other add-ons because she don't have more. You bring the attack increase, and you bring the attack increase from QTing. Alright? And the gameplay is basically for Watanabe, you just parry as in the level 90 floor. For Lamia, you do the rotation. Make sure, there is one important thing, make sure that you are using your charge attack in the signature move when it's over 300. It has to be over 300 to get the bonuses. As for Bianca, you do your combo, you ultimate, and then you just stay in air. And then you ult once your gauge ran out, and then you repeat. If you ever run out, you swap to Alyssa. Alright? So now that we did this, let's put it to practice. You can swap around the teams if you want, but these are the 3 teams that I think is the easiest to do it with. As you see, you just keep parrying. I prefer the fire team here because of the lightning damage gives you basically a permanent warp generation on your parries. Keep parrying. Try not to get a carpal tunnel. And we're already at the boss. As you can see, parrying gives us a lot of damage. Say 2 bars roughly per each parry you do. Just keep parrying. So it went from 4 to 6 to 8. Now if you parry, that will be a kill. There you go. And that's how you do it. And it was roughly 1 minute 40 seconds. Obviously, if you parry more often or the boss attacks more often, you get a faster time. We are not going for the fastest time, we are just going for the clear. So, here, you swap to Lamia, you do your combo, go in, use a few orbs, it's 330, you use your big attack, ult, and basically repeat. Again, if you have orb issues, you can put in the one that generates orb for you after you use your ultimate. But generally speaking, you should be fine. If you ever run out of ultimates or orb, or there is some kind of issue, you can swap to Karina for the downtime. But you shouldn't run out, especially if you have Lamia and she has that line timing that basically guarantees that you won't run out of wars. But it's not mandatory. So now just slow down a little bit, but it's fine. Make sure you keep using QT. You get a free QT if you use your big attack. see? We're already at the boss. And those phantoms that you see, that's what the Selena bonus does. So now I ran out a little bit of horse, but it's fine. And again, bear in mind, we are not going for speed, we are going for just clear. For speed, there are obviously better things you could use. But roughly you kill all enemies around the 1 minute and 40 mark. Worst case scenario, you kill them at 2 minutes. And you saw, when we did the dive at 300%, how much damage we did. Die. See, yeah, that was almost the whole HP of the boss. Bonk, and we are done. And 1 minute 50-ish. And now comes the physical team, that's like the easiest one to do. I prefer the physical team on Shark Spear, that's the final boss, the Dark Shark Spear, because you are in permanent airtime, so you don't die. So you swap to Bianca, not to Rosetta. Your QT, and you stay in there. If you don't have the weapon, like I do, you just need to dodge an attack, and then you can go into the air. And given how often they attack, it won't be hard. Just keep staying, keep holding. You hold onto your gauge runs out. You gauge run out, Rosetta, Alyssa, Rosetta again, bonk. And since you stayed for so long, you basically will have your Hyper Matrix cooldown ready. And you should have enough orbs always, even without deadline timings. I'm not running deadline timings as you can see, I have enough orbs. If you run out of orbs, I would suggest switching to Alyssa or to Rosetta. So here we run out of wards, we do the core attack on Alyssa. 1, 2. If you want, you can swap toward a little downtime to Rosetta and back where we were. And in the air. As you can see, you are not getting hit now. Hold that QT for the ultimate. And look how fast it melts. There we go. And you didn't even have to use that. And there you go. And now you are done. And voila. So it's not gonna be the fastest clear, but it's gonna be a clear. As you can see, I did it under 5 minutes and 43 seconds, which is okay. And that should put us on, ranking wise, it's top 11%. I know you cannot see it from me, but let me just hide myself. There you go. So yeah, obviously you can do more optimization, you can pick other units. Other units that I can suggest is using number 21. Use feral, I mean, you can use Crimson Weave if you can work around the punishment of Crimson Weave. I can suggest Vera because of her lightning flags. Who else can I suggest? You can build the DPS Selena for the Dark team. Lucia Dawn is surprisingly good as well if you know how to use her core and the leap attacks. So yeah, so that was the guide. If you are missing anything, don't forget to auto run stages so you get the currency and you can buy the important ones. And if you are missing stats, don't forget to focus on your codex. You don't need to finish the whole codex, you just need to get enough to get the attack bonuses. And that's it. Well, I hope you found this guide helpful, and I will see you all hopefully later. If you liked this guide, even though it was a bit rambly, don't forget to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Take care, bye bye.